What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serrano's Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Today we are in, I'd say, Dallas. We are working on two vehicles today. We got two interior details. First vehicle, which is this Jeep, is actually not that bad, but we have some pet hair and stuff like that. So we're gonna be doing an interior detail on this one, and then we have another interior here in the same location where it's gonna be a Mercedes, which I honestly feel both of these are in really good condition. These are previous customers. I see them usually about every 6 months because both cars are also coated. So I'll be able to show you a little bit on the coating performance. We're gonna be talking just about a specific topic on today's video. So let me get all set up and let's get to work, and hopefully we can have a nice conversation in this video. This is the card that I give a lot of my customers, and this is a do not wash card, right? When I ceramic coat a vehicle, I give them this just to ensure obviously maintenance on it. So in the back, it pretty much has the dates. This ceramic coating was installed, I believe, in 21, and I see this one usually about every 6 months or once a year at least. So the first maintenance wash on this vehicle was 12/19 of 22, and obviously to the right you kind of see what I did to it, which was an interior detail and a coating maintenance. And every time I come here, we usually do about the same thing: interior detail and ceramic coating maintenance, just to make sure that everything is up to par, make sure that the ceramic coating is performing correctly. So very important to always give your customers something like this, because it gives you also just validation that, you know, it's been upkeep. They wash them, but yearly they do really well maintaining the exterior. Tip number one, whenever you're working on these Jeeps, I think this is a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I could be wrong, so I do apologize if I get this model wrong. But the first thing, obviously you guys know I love to blow, but before I start the vacuuming or anything like that, tip number one I would highly recommend you do is pull these back seats back first. Because if you start vacuuming this and then you realize like there's a bunch of stuff back here, now you're gonna make a mess, right? So before we start the vacuuming process, grab your air gun and blow this whole backside, kind of pushing this all this dust, hair, whatever could be back here out. And I'm using a turbo nozzle with a high flow. So pretty much what this is gonna do is the air that's gonna come out of here is gonna be like 10 times stronger, which will help kind of push everything out. And then you grab your vacuum, and now you vacuum this backside a little bit, much better. And that definitely got majority of all this crap that was back here. And I apologize for saying crap, debris. And then what I tend to do is usually I will vacuum these really good. Sometimes with your orange crevice nozzle, you'll be able to get majority of the pet hair. Should you not be able to remove a lot of the pet hair, go ahead and switch it over to maybe like a For Real Pro 2, which has been my most favorite. The new one, updated version like this one, definitely gives you a longer working time. And honestly, I lost count how many cars I have done already with their new updated version. I know the first version, all the little teeth were breaking off, but with this new one, not an issue with that. So now we can get to vacuuming everything, and I'm gonna bring the camera out and I'm gonna show you guys kind of everything that came out from that blow. And here's a good visual for you to see how quickly you're able to pick up hair with the For Real Pro 2. I like to work in kind of short strokes instead of long strokes, but that's all preference. But you can see how quickly you're able to vacuum some embedded hair. Obviously, results vary according to pet hairstyle and all of that. So, but works really, really good. Now, many will say, "Oh, why spray some Downy on it, some fabric softener, or a dedicated softener that detailers recommend for pet hair?" One of the reasons, well, the only reason I don't like to do that is because though it does create, I guess, loosening the fibers, when you go to vacuum it, it kind of becomes more of a headache, because in order for this to work properly, it needs friction, and I hope this makes sense. So when you spray something on the carpet and you're trying to vacuum pet hair, that vacuum is literally just gonna glide on top because it's not grabbing, if that makes sense. So the reason I don't use those type of spraying methods is because you're not gonna get the best results as far as vacuuming the majority of the stuff out, right? So I resort to strictly vacuuming, right? Using, it could be an Analan pet hair brush, it could be the For Real, it could be a rubber spatula that you guys have seen me use in the past. I'd rather use it dry because it's gonna grab much better. And always practice short strokes, short, because that's gonna give you the best results as far as removing embedded pet hair. Once you start doing long strokes, you won't be able to grab a majority of it. So short strokes will get the most of that pet hair. Recently, I got a message through Messenger, and obviously we blurred out the person. But recently I got this this message, and I'm assuming they watch my channel or wherever they watch me from. Oh shit. One of the things about being on YouTube is you become more accessible to your audience, right? And I've said it over and over, you know, I appreciate everybody, I love everyone, I have no ill will towards anybody, because that's the only way, you know, that I grow as a YouTuber, whatever you want to call it, right? But recently I received a message, and we blurred out the person. I don't want y'all to be honest, I think I deleted the message. I think I kind of got heated and upset, and I was like, who cares, right? But in reality, and the message read, laugh out loud, I only showcase interiors on my videos because I must suck at doing corrections and coatings. And to be very honest, to kind of clear, and I hope that gentleman's watching on my feedback. I'm about to go Kendrick Lamar on him. No, I'm just kidding. I love whoever. I love that gentleman. No animosity. But the reason I do a lot of interiors is because I'm just too damn good at doing interiors. No, that sounded rude. I'm just good at doing interiors. I love doing interiors. I have been able to master my craft throughout all these years, and believe it or not, interiors is always gonna be one of your most popular packages, because, and I could be wrong, and let me know in the comments section. The interior is where majority of the time your customer spends their quality time. There's some grime on the edge of this window, so I'm steaming it off to clean it. But majority of the time your customers are spending all their time on the interior. So I have been able to capitalize tremendously in the interior field. Serrano's Mobile was built by doing interiors. That's what I'm known for. And that's one of the reasons why I'm always showcasing interiors. I know some people might get mad with what I'm about to say. And by all means, I don't want to sound rude, or, you know, I don't want to sound negative in any way. But I honestly believe that not a lot of people can dial in interiors. I love correcting and I love doing coatings, right? Many will agree and say that the reason that majority of detailers are transitioning over to correction and coatings is because it pays well. And let's be honest, it does, right? You're gonna make the most money in one sitting, guaranteed, right? And this is a part where I think I've gotten in trouble in the past, but being very honest, anybody can pick up a polisher and do a couple swipes on the paint and it drastically changed the look on the paint. But very few detailers can take an interior and truly transform it from looking trash. Now, I love doing those. I love doing corrections and I love doing coatings. But my true, I'm gonna say, calling is interiors. And I know what you're gonna say, interiors don't pay good. You know, I don't make a lot of money on interiors. My customers don't wanna pay top dollar for my interiors. I get that part. But if you only maybe change something in your business as far as presentation, the knowledge, you know, I promise you, your customers are gonna think differently, because when they talk to you, they can understand and feel that they're talking to somebody knowledgeable. They're talking to somebody that has been doing this for a while, right? That's what makes the difference in your business. It's not the interior detail, it's truly yourself. So my only advice, you know, for those who are maybe gonna get started with interior detailing is learn your craft. Learn everything you can about interiors, because at the end of the day, interiors are not going anywhere. Interiors are king. And the way that the field is going, or the detailing businesses are going, is there's gonna be a need for interior detail specialists down the road. I'm telling you right now, because a lot of the detailers are transitioning strictly to exteriors because they don't want to get dirty. So guess what that means? For those who really master their craft on the interiors, you'll be able to capitalize monetary, if that makes sense, right? You'll be able to charge accordingly, right? Instead of doing 3 cars per day, maybe you can only go 2 cars per day, 1 car per day. It's one of the reasons why I started my business, is because I wanted to step away from having to do multiple cars per day. Now I can only do 1 car, and you know, it runs $350, $400, $500, $600, even up, because I'm charging you on the condition, not the vehicle. I'm a condition-based detailer, so however your interior looks, the cost is gonna be higher. Maybe in the beginning stages of your business, you are a flat rate detailer, but you're not always gonna stay at a flat rate. You're gonna progress, right? So one of the reasons why I showcase strictly interiors is because I love doing interiors. It's my passion. I have it dialed into the T. I could do this with my eyes closed because I love it. And it's not because I don't know how to do ceramic coatings. It's not because I don't know how to do corrections. I just love doing interiors. That's truly my passion. I love doing them. I love transforming a dirty interior to something that looks amazing, something that many people probably said, there's no way you can make that look good, right? That's the reason I'm in this business, because I love doing what I do. It's not a job, right? Many people start detailing because they see this detailer out there making thousands and thousands of dollars, and then they realize once they start doing it that it was a lie, right? It's not a lie. It just takes time and practice to get to where majority of a lot of detailers are, right? So that's just my input on this message that I received. Again, we are car number 2. We did 2 hours on the Jeep. This one here should take about 2 hours as well. It's pretty in good shape, but we still got to give it the attention to detail on this one. Both cars were really in good shape. Obviously the Jeep had a little bit more hair, but this one should be pretty straightforward, but I still don't want to rush it. So we're gonna start on the interior on this one, but first let's vacuum it. Man, it's getting hot, y'all. The temperature is rising. But we are making progress for sure. All I have left is cleaning the windows. And quick tip, when you're working on hot days like today, I tend to do the windows in like very small sections, especially the windshield. I'll cut it in half. And then I'll also get the towel a bit damp so it can clean much better on the glass. But this thing turned out really good, to be honest. Really nice, really nice. I'm testing this Glow Exo, I think it's called. Glow X pump. And I gotta say, this is a battery powered. I have been very impressed on the performance. Very sudsy. Very sudsy. I've actually enjoyed it because I've noticed that since it comes like thick foam, it gives time to the product for it to dwell. So we'll definitely, I'll give you guys another review on this product here soon. And just for demonstration, this is the Maxshine Graphene, the 7-year. This one was applied last year, I believe. I'll check the card on this one. Let's check that out. One of the last tips I want to give you guys kind of before we close this video out is, here in Texas, like today it's about 90 degrees. So one way that I dry a vehicle with minimal water spotting, I don't have a DI water, I don't have filtered water. The way I do it is I will mist the car after I finish. Since this is the side that the sun is hitting it the most, I'm gonna start on the passenger side first. And I always start on the glass. The glass is what I wanna attack first, and then the paint. And the reason I do that is because the glass is gonna get majority of the water. And some will use a blower to dry the car. I love using a towel method. It's all preference. If you have a very good towel, GSM, the marring is always gonna be very minimal. It's one of the reasons of having a long towel. You can literally throw it across and get the whole glass. Alrighty guys, both projects are now done. Overall, the condition of them came out really, really good. Again, we'll go back to the beginning of the video. You guys saw these cards. This Jeep is on the last one of the maintenance, so this one will get a new card the next time we see it. And again, obviously we did a interior detail and the ceramic coating maintenance. And the Mercedes is getting its first official card because this is the first time I see it since I coated it. And as you guys saw, both vehicles are doing really well on the ceramic coating. Again, this was the Maxshine graphene coating, so it's gonna hold up to 7 years. The Jeep, we are going on year 3. We're going on year 3 on the Jeep, and I mean, the performance speaks for itself for about 3 years. So for those wondering, how does a Maxshine graphene ceramic coating work, Carlos? There you go. The results are right there. When you do the proper maintenance, the coatings are going to work. So I'm very proud of that coating, to be honest, since I've been installing it. Secondly, we talked about obviously that message I received as to why I only do interior details. Well, it's very simple. I love doing interiors. They pay well when you master your craft, if that makes sense. Again, if there's a tip I can give a lot of detailers is, hey, master your craft, work on interiors. The better you get at them, the better you're gonna get a payout out of them, right? Obviously, always be very reasonable with your performance. If you honestly feel like my interior detail game ain't there, of course you won't be charging what your surrounding competitors are charging, right? So that's a little bit of feedback on that message I received. But overall, guys, I hope you guys had an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, God bless you, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.